Hey everyone, it's the final round, and my name is Jordan. This is a channel where the episodes come out the day before the lines drop, so I'm filming the day before. I don't know any of the lines. What I do is I do research for you guys for the next day. I do about an hour to an hour and a half of the research, and I condense it down into a video. So you don't have to do the research, even though you should do some, due diligence to make sure you see some good plays that I may not have put on paper. And there's a ton of games tomorrow, and I can't give everything, it'll be a 30-40 pick video. So I've condensed it down to 8 picks, and hopefully it can be helpful to you guys. And I don't charge for any of this. I'm not hiding anything. This isn't a channel where I'm going to, if let's say all 8 of these do really well, I'm not going to be going out the next day posting that I got all 8 right to try to get more viewership or whatever. I'm legitimately just trying to do research to help you guys do better with your betting. So if you do well with it and you feel like giving back, I have a Cash App and a Venmo in the description, and you can donate back to the channel. It just helps keep me motivated, keep me going to do more research to continue to help you guys. And thank you to the people who have donated. So if you can, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Like 50% of the people who watch aren't subscribed. So if you're one of those 50%, could you just press the subscribe button? It helps get the video out there, and more people can see it, and I can help more people in theory. And what also helps the algorithm is comments, interactions. So if you have a little bit of extra time, can you leave a comment for the algorithm? Anything works. It can be an emoji, a letter, anything works. You can ask me a question. You can tell me something great about your day. It doesn't matter. And it just helps get the video out there. I also am partnered with an app called Jock Market. They do player props, and they also do trading players like stocks. And they match up to $100 of your first deposit with the promo code FINALROUND11. So if you want a free $100 and a different app where you can compare lines to other apps, because sometimes the lines are different and you can get good deals on different apps, sign up with promo code FINALROUND11 on Jock Market. So I do have 8 picks for you guys. The first pick's going to be obvious one. It's gonna be Jason Tatum up against the Pacers. They give up the 6th most points, the 12th most rebounds, and the 7th most assists to his position. And I see Robert Williams is off the injury report, so he may be back. So I don't know how that's going to affect Tatum's rebounding. It may bring it down just a little bit. In Tatum's last 10 games, he's averaging almost 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. In 2 games against the Pacers this year, he's averaging 36 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. So good spot for Jason Tatum. Second pick, I've never picked him because he has been inconsistent, but he's just been taking a ton of shots lately. Jalen Green up against Memphis. This Houston-Memphis game was crazy a couple days ago. Just a ton of points were being scored. And Memphis, over the last 2 weeks, they're giving up the 5th most points to the shooting guard position. And Jalen Green, 2 days ago, he dropped 32 points on the Grizzlies. And his last 10 games, he's averaging 25.5 points. So he might miss a ton of shots, but he still will score in bunches. So take a look at other lines for that game as well. I did want to take a point guard against the Rockets because they do give up a lot. Ja Morant did get 17 points. He's coming off the bench for conditioning reasons, trying to get back into it. Check out his line if it is kind of lowish. It might be a good spot to take Ja Morant, because if he got 17 coming off the bench in limited minutes, he's going to get more minutes than before. If they have him at like 19.5 or something like that, then I would go for Ja Morant as well. My third pick's going to be Austin Reeves. We took him a couple days ago, and he dropped like 25 points. He's playing against the Thunder, who give up the most points to the shooting guard position over the past 2 weeks. And this is a big game. Lakers versus Thunder. They're fighting to stay in that play-in game. So these guys have something to play for. And Austin Reeves, over his last 10 games, is averaging 18.5 points, shooting very efficiently. So if they give us another line like 14.5 like they did before, assuming he's going to be bumped up a little bit, probably 15.5. It's going to be a good spot for an over. Fourth pick's going to be Nikola Vucevic up against the Blazers. The Blazers aren't good against the center position. They give up the third most points and the ninth most rebounds to centers. And over his last 10 games, he's averaging 16.5 points, 10.5 rebounds. And in one game this year, on February 4th, he scored 23 points and got 11 rebounds against the Trailblazers. Fifth pick's going to be Devin Booker up against the Kings. The Kings haven't been stopping people lately, especially really good scorers like Devin Booker. They give up the fourth most points and the most three-pointers to the shooting guard position. And over the last 10 games, Devin Booker's scored 34 points, and he's making 2.5 three-pointers. And this season against the Kings, he's played 3 games against them. He's averaging 34.7 points, so almost 35 points. So another good spot for Devin Booker to just score in bunches. Sixth pick's going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I know they're going to be on a back-to-back, but like I said, they're fighting to stay in the play-in game against the Lakers. So he's been averaging 33.5 points over his last 10 games, and the Lakers give up the third most points to the point guard position. So I feel like he's going to have to step up. Today is probably going to be yesterday for you, and in this back-to-back, he's going to have to score a lot and take over. Seventh pick is going to be Christian Wood up against the Hornets. The Hornets give up the most points to the center position, and I know you're thinking, well, Christian Wood's a power forward, but Dwight Powell is their starting center. He plays like 15, 20 minutes. They take him off, and Christian Wood comes in, and he plays the center position. So over his last 10 games, he's been scoring 15.5 points. So keep an eye out for his line for scoring. Going against the Hornets, it should be a pretty easy matchup for him to score. In eighth pick, Jakob Poeltl. Every time he plays recently, he's got a good matchup, so I keep pointing it out. He plays against the Pistons. They give up the 7th most points and the 7th most rebounds to the center position, and Jakob Poeltl's been coming through. He's averaging 16.5 points and 9.5 rebounds over his last 10 games. So I don't see him slowing down. He's starting to become a vital part of the Raptors. So that's my 8 picks. Hope you guys do well with them. Thank you all for the comments on the last video. I appreciate the support that you guys all gave me. I'd like to try to be as real as possible. I am a real human being, and I don't want to just be some face on a screen that you watch. When I turn this off, I'm gonna take a drink of water, go to sleep after editing. I'll be with my wife, and I gotta work a 9 to 5 like I'm a real person. So I just want you guys to feel like it's a community. So I appreciate that, and all the comments just proves, and I've said this before, it proves that when you look at the media, and I know I'm rambling now after the picks. A lot of people have already clicked off, but when you look at the media, it doesn't matter which political side you're on. All you see is negativity on each news channel, and it makes you think that there's a lot of negativity in the world, and there is negativity, but when you look at it, there's a lot more positive people than there are negative people, and it's true. We're just not, the positive people just don't get on the news. The positive news doesn't get out there as much. So you guys proved it, and I thank you guys so much for the love, and it's amazing to see, and I'm glad this community is the way it is. So God bless you all. My name is Jordan. It's the final round. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.